Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in to the greatest podcast on planet Earth. I'm your host, Tumbly Tom. This is PP Penelope in Fenton, the dog.
So what is the topic?
So today we're going to be talking about two things. We're going to be talking about the second dose of the COVID vaccine.
What the sheep all got?
And we're going to be talking about the TikTok versus YouTuber fight. We know you guys love the boxing talk.
Well, we don't talk about it, right? So
Yeah, I know. I see him begging for it in the comments section.
New topic.
yeah, Matthew the.
So I recently got me and Al Crate, we got our second dose of the COVID vaccine because
What's
we
crazy
actually care about
that,
our health.
What's crazy about that is just being around them. I'm getting COVID shedding. I've noticed my skin shedding already because I'm not a puppet, right? So I don't get vaccines.
We all got our first dose a while ago. How was your first dose?
I got my first dose of intravenous. Yeah.
Yeah. What was your?
I got
symptoms?
Moderna.
What were your
I had
symptoms?
I'm the strongest. I'm
Okay, no symptoms.
Partially
What
free.
What were your symptoms?
A sore arm, like really sore.
I got I got a sore arm.
So that's a symptom, you idiot.
I didn't really get a sore arm though. I'm just saying that to agree with you.
He's an idiot. I had heat flashes, like a mild fever.
Wait, but are you talking about my symptoms before I dropped or after?
I don't want to talk to you
After
anymore.
I got out.
Jesus Christ.
You also do not have a mild fever.
I had it was very hot. I was sweating
So
for
you
no
had
reason.
a fever.
It was mild.
Okay.
It was
The
very
thing
mild.
is he will convince himself he has.
And then I also had like extreme fatigue.
yeah,
I slept like 2 times.
He convinced himself that because he probably played World of Warcraft till 4
And
o'clock
you
in the
said your
morning.
body hurt, like achy.
Yeah, but the next day I was fine. Next day was
Probably just seeing the needle he would have gotten.
Not gonna lie, the
They
first
probably had him with
vaccine,
intravenous and he's
yeah, the first vaccine I would rate the experience
placebo at its
afterwards
finest.
like a 3 out of 10. It wasn't that bad. Like 3 being like a barely anything. It was not really that much of a deal. The
He
second
passed out on
one,
the highway.
so we got Pfizer, he got Moderna.
I got the good one.
She got her second dose of Pfizer, which was how was that?
Good. It hurt less than the first one.
Okay, what were your
And
symptoms?
No symptoms at all.
Did you have a sore arm?
Like the day of.
Yeah, so she got the saline the second time.
They ran out of vaccine that day.
I got a second dose. It was a mixed dose. The first I got Pfizer. Second I got Moderna.
And his second dose was 25% Moderna, was 45% AstraZeneca.
Oh, I figured out what
and
it's
the
called.
remaining Pfizer.
You know the off-brand
Yeah,
one?
what was that
It's
called?
called Janssen.
Johnson Johnson?
No,
No,
Janssen.
Janssen.
J-A-N-N.
No, there's one that starts with a D though as well.
What?
Wait.
What?
Yeah, there's one that starts with a D.
So my second dose was Moderna, and let me tell you right now, it was not an enjoyable experience. I had about 12 hours later in the middle of the night, because I got my shot late at night. In the middle of the night, I had an extreme fever, which was horrible. I could barely stand.
He had
that
a fever
carried on.
of 94.
I had a fever of
Of
103.
94.
So
But it didn't
I
want
had to
to
take Tylenol, and it was basically I was just not in a good state for a long time. I could barely sleep, and then finally I fell back asleep, and I woke up the next day thinking, it's probably gonna be all better, just like last time. I was incredibly wrong. I actually had a on and off fever.
Novavax.
I've never
That's
heard
the
of
one
that.
I'm
Wait,
talking about.
Janssen is, I think, Johnson Johnson.
Yeah, it is, dude.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
Of course it is. Oh.
that's stupid.
Yeah, Novavax is what I was talking about.
So I the next day I woke up and I basically had an on and off fever the entire day. My skin didn't feel very fine. Like it felt like
You're
It was
shedding.
peeling.
it just my skin felt very like
Cool.
sensitive.
That's the shedding. The sheep
And
bit.
my muscles were like almost like I worked out in the gym for 3 days straight when I got home. So it was not an enjoyable experience. Now
It's
this
crazy how
morning,
much stronger I am because when they hit me with Moderna, I was completely fine.
so this morning when I woke up, I felt better. So I would rate that experience after the fact like so the first one was a 3. This one will probably be about an 8.
And you wanted the AstraZeneca. You
Yeah, I
requested
wanted it so bad.
AstraZeneca.
I went there and I said, let me get an AstraZeneca with a side of fries, and they
See,
said, this is not fast food.
I'm smart, right? I got Moderna the first time, and then I said, well, the second time I'll just get Moderna because I got Moderna the first time. They said, sure.
You don't have a choice.
Well, I had the choice.
I signed
I'll
up
call
for
my guy.
Pfizer. They emailed me afterwards and they said,
I'll
congratulations.
call my guy.
Have fun getting Moderna. And
I'll
I
call
said,
my guy.
okay.
You want to see? I know a guy right now with vaccines. Watch.
I got
Eric-
both Pfizer, so I'm the winner.
Eric got his vaccine at his friend's basement. He has the COVID vaccine.
Look, oh no.
He developed his own vaccine, dude.
That's a skid of vaccines. Those are $1 million a box. My friend transported.
No, it's not.
That's $1 million.
You know how I know he's lying to you?
Wait, it's 600,000 per
No,
box.
you know how I know he's lying to you? Just take a. I'm gonna let you. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna blow your mind. Take a wild guess. How I know he's lying to you.
Why?
Because they have to be refrigerated 24/7 in a special.
Yeah, that's in
containment
the.
unit.
There's dry ice in there.
What the fuck are you talking about?
They transport them with dry ice.
There is no way that is how they transport the vaccines.
This is how
they transport boxes
This
of
is
paper.
how. This is it, man. There's no way that's real.
This is not vaccines, dude.
That is vaccines. I've never looked that closely.
You're fucking out of your mind.
Dude, that's why it's all
Box of
fenced
crackers
off.
from Costco.
Dude, that looks literally like a box of crackers from Costco. Have you ever been to Costco?
It says
Steal my
fragile on
joke.
it, man.
What is yours is mine and mine is yours.
Maybe the guy told him it was a box of vaccines.
Yeah, he got lied to. There's no... Can we show that to the camera somehow?
Yeah, I can show
But
it.
a
Try to show it to the
picture.
camera.
You can do
I'm just gonna look up skid of vaccines real quick.
Who do you think I am?
Well, they don't even come on skids, man.
No, they come in boxes, special...
There's literally no way.
This is
Here, I'll tell you if it's working. You gotta get way closer. I think it's working. Okay, bring it back. So that air thinks that's $600,000 of vaccine.
no, each box. He said.
Whoa, this guy could have
Why
taken
would he
one
lie
box
like
and
that though? And why would there be vaccines in
Because
this?
He
he's
thought,
trolling
what
you.
kind of warehouse
I think
is this?
maybe he got trolled.
What kind of warehouse is this?
Looks like it's
Like,
like
what's his
forklift.
job? Do you know his
Transport
job?
truck driver.
No.
He's a
Would
transport
not
truck
be-
driver.
Do you think that they're gonna be transporting the most valuable thing on planet Earth right now, and this guy's a warehouse?
See, he says, I see them every day. His company has the contract for all the distribution of the vaccines in the U.S. and Canada.
Nope.
All right, and that's how they do it.
I mean,
That's
when
how
you
you
look
do
at
it.
the
Imagine
picture,
that
when
someone
you
picked
look at
that up with a
I was gonna
forklift.
say, when you look at the picture and you think about like a guy with a forklift had to pick it up, it's like
It doesn't even make sense.
It's pretty unbelievable. I mean, when I see him transporting them, though, I don't know. It's hard to tell, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a crazy whim here and say that most likely that's not how they do
That
it.
guy's like 50, though. Why would he lie?
Because he's 50, has nothing better to do. So yeah, I don't know.
Is this not the box? Like,
That's what. Yeah, I bought that on Uline to ship cookies.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I don't know. It doesn't have.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna say that's probably not real. Anyway, what were you saying?
Your experience?
About an 8 out of 10. I would
Well, I
not
get my
recommend.
second shot
So you don't
tomorrow.
want to be a 10 out of 10.
I don't want to be a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
You getting your shot tomorrow?
Yeah.
What are you getting?
Oh, Moderna, because I called my guy
What
up.
time is your shot?
You can only get Moderna right
So
now.
you
No,
know-
dude, that is real. This is the vaccines on.
Oh, that's how they do
That
it.
looks ginormous.
That's coronavirus vaccine transportation will be a huge. Oh no, that's just a picture of.
That's just a picture of someone
Oh.
hauling something.
Boats.
They found that on the Google images. Anyway,
I mean, there's
tell them about what somebody said to you at work.
Oh my god.
So
So the
companies.
Canada government mandated that you get 3 COVID sick days, and now they've said recently that you can use any of those days for the day you get your vaccine, right? Because some companies are going, you can't go during company time; it's not paid or whatever. And then now they're saying, or whatever. So now they have the 3 sick days.
Fantastic.
So our company said.
Your company.
My company said that if you get your vaccine, and they said this without anybody. When I got my first vaccine, I left. I took my lunch and went and got it. Right, so I just went on my lunch break and got it, and then came back. Well, then they said a week later, probably, with these 3 mandatory COVID sick days, when you schedule your vaccine, just take that day off. Just don't come in that day because it's paid for, and you might.
It's also a
get sick or
safety
whatever.
risk.
Yeah, okay.
Having people there.
Exactly, and it would cost more. It'd just be a waste of time for you to go there and back and all this nonsense, right? Well, they changed their mind.
Well, also, it doesn't make sense for you to say go on your break because most people's breaks are 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. My break's
And
30
sometimes
minutes.
you got to wait in line for an hour.
Well, it's 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back, plus 30 minutes in there.
Yeah,
so
so
I don't know.
you're there for 2.5 hours. I'm not sure what they want you to come back to it for.
So then they said.
My first vaccine, I had to wait in line for an hour. It was a 20-minute time.
It took me an hour to get.
And then you have to wait 15 minutes just to leave the clinic.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes of sitting there.
So unless
I didn't
you
even
can-
factor that
so-
into the 20 minute there.
So
20
unless you
minutes
can
back,
get there
20 minutes
15 minutes. Oh no, you'd have to get
5
there.
minutes, minutes, and then you'd be 5 minutes in.
It would have to be 5 minutes. You get your needle right away, and then you're back.
Yeah. So anyway, then they changed their mind because I scheduled my second dose and I said, what do I do? Just go in and tell you I'm not going to be here on Wednesday, or do I put it? Oh, So they said, oh, well, let me get back to you on that. And I said, well, it was pretty cut and clear when HR said that we have to do that.
Not even just HR, the fucking
they,
Ontario government.
Yeah, they said you take the day off, right? And so then he comes back and he goes, well, do it on your lunch break. That way you come in and you don't miss the day and stuff. And then he said, then you still have your 3 COVID sick days. But if I have both vaccines, how are my COVID sick days going to get approved? Right? They're not.
Yeah.
Right? So then, today I message HR saying, well, what's the deal? What do I do? And he said, oh, no, you absolutely take the day off. Schedule the day off, or if you want to come in the morning, do what you got to do, and then take the afternoon off. It's all good. It's all paid for.
Over. I'm gonna get in trouble.
And it's all good. And I was like, and I was very close to being like, well, my guy said, no, you can do it on your lunch break, and then you save those COVID sick days, right? So what I think is happening is the government pays for mandatory COVID sick days. They're the ones that they're paying for that. I think the company wants to pocket that money while I'm there, so then the government pays for my wage that day. Yeah. They pay for my day, it doesn't cost the company anything. I think that's what was going to happen.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, first of all, if you were at work and then you had an adverse reaction for whatever the case may be,
ridiculous.
What the hell is the point?
But here's the thing: who cares? You miss a day or an afternoon? I probably only.
You better not miss a goddamn day of work.
An afternoon, even. Go on your lunch break, and the thing is, my lunch break's 30 minutes. Here's the funny thing about this entire thing to me: you can't miss an afternoon, can't miss a day, whatever. Right? Okay, that's fine. Go on your lunch break. But God forbid, any other day of the calendar year or the calendar whatever that I clock in for my break 1 minute late. That's 15 minutes they dock me. But now
they actually dock you 15 minutes?
Yeah, every minute you're late. Not every minute you're late, but they dock you 15 minutes.
What a nonsense thing. So if I'm going to be late for my lunch, I might as well be 15 minutes late.
You might as well be.
That makes no sense.
So anyways, then that's the thing, right? But then they're saying, go do this. This is going to take me at least an hour. Because I'm 20 minutes away.
Minimum.
And then when I'm there...
No, if it's 20 minutes away with a 15, it's going to take an hour and a half.
This is the thing. I'm 20 minutes away. Last time I went there, I was 20 minutes in line just to register and get in line to wait on a nurse.
Yeah.
And then it's another 10 minutes in that line, 15 minutes in that line, and then it's 15 minutes after you're done. Right?
Unless you go to some fucking random...
Yeah, but I'm going to a mass vaccination clinic.
Yeah.
Because I go to all the other sheep.
Yeah, exactly. You need a large enough facility to keep all the sheep. Yeah, you have what are they called? The sheep herders? What are they called? The shepherds.
Well, they have the border collies.
Yeah, the shepherds and the border collies.
Yeah. But no, it's just like it's so weird to me that you're getting a COVID vaccine. It was their idea to get everyone back at work and stuff, and then they don't want to give you the day off for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's tomorrow. What are you gonna do?
He's taking the day off.
Taking the day off.
HR
told me.
Whatever. When it comes to companies, whatever HR says is what happens.
Gotcha.
It doesn't matter what anyone else
fired,
says.
It goes through HR.
Yeah, HR is the one who fires. Nothing else matters.
The manager can make recommendations to HR.
It doesn't
but HR
matter.
makes final decision.
It doesn't matter because they
what actually
operate
happens
under a
is
very
HR then goes to like the board of members and stuff.
Yeah, HR has a very strict policy on how they operate.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what your manager says.
If your manager actually recommends that you take a day, if your manager, it's actually illegal for your manager to recommend, oh, you can't, like, you should take this day off rather than this, or you should do this. It's illegal for them to do anything like that in regards to health.
Yeah.
And that's actually a fireable offense. It's like if you texted your manager saying, hey, I'm sick, and then you said that you have a fever, and then he told other employees that you had a fever. It's actually illegal.
Yeah, you can't tell anyone information about why you are here or why you're not.
That's undisclosed or whatever.
Anyway, so our next topic for today is the most juiciest gossip on the internet.
Walmart.
No.
Walmart's back in the
So, do you know anything about the TikTok?
Yeah, everything. I thought on it.
Do you know who actually owned the venue, or like not the venue, but the legal name and all that crap? Who?
My cousin.
Exactly. Okay. So I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, we had one of the greatest boxing moments in all of sports history. We had a whole bunch of kids from YouTube who are great at vlogging and doing Minecraft videos. And we had a whole bunch of TikTokers who are really good at doing dances.
Hold on though.
What else?
I just want to 1 sec about
Social gloves.
What is that?
the results.
Oh no! I'm
The
talking
results of that
about the
fight,
strikes.
though. I think.
No, don't talk about the results yet.
Singing.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! You're gonna go right to the
No,
end.
I just because I saw one thing about that and it surprised me.
So these two massive amounts of talent came together in what could only be one of the greatest, as I said, moments in sport history. And it turns out that
Fujiwara.
they did so poorly pay-per-view wise. They apparently only sold
Hold on, though.
150,000. Yes, Daddy.
They also lied about the pay-per-view numbers. That day, from what I heard, they were announcing that they had already hit 500,000. They already hit 800,000.
Well, it's a marketing.
Over
It's a marketing tactic because it makes it seem like the event is someone like if it's like fear of missing out.
Dude, that would be like me telling you I made $1 million last year and I made $100,000.
Yeah, and you're doing it for the sole purpose to make me want to make $1 million.
Exactly.
Yeah, so apparently after all the bonanza and all the garbage, they only sold
It's the other way around.
150,000 pay-per-views, which equated to nobody getting paid for anything. So none of the fighters got paid, none of the musicians got paid, and I guess anyone else who facilitated the fight also
How
didn't
much
get paid.
was the pay-per-view?
I'm gonna say it's like $40.
Because if it's 40 to 60, of course you
Google
didn't.
that.
Of
What is it?
course you didn't sell.
What the cost of it?
Yeah, what does it cost?
Hold on.
You wouldn't pay $40 to see some of the greatest talent in
This is the
boxing?
thing, no, but this is the thing. You gotta know your audience, man.
No, but that's what
TikTok
our
fans-
no wait, but that's what our Lord and Savior Jake Paul said.
Jake Paul, yeah.
He said viewers or what did he say? Fans don't equate to pay-per-view buys.
Oh, yeah. He
It
probably
says
cost.
seats,
$50.
But that's a seat, so I
Oh,
don't know
those
if
are
that's the
seats.
same
No,
as-
Google pay-per-view cost.
I don't know if the seats are 50. I heard the seats were thousands of dollars.
Probably closer to the thing. I mean, if I was going there, I'd definitely be front row, 5,000 at least. I would be number one in there.
I'd be right beside whoever was there. Fuzi too didn't get paid either. As
Oh yeah, Fuji was his voice kept cracking every time he tried to announce something.
Really? I didn't listen. So,
Holy.
but this is the thing, right? You gotta know your audience.
The fact of the
Your-
matter is,
your 10-year-old
I don't think there's
fans
any way to-
do not have $50 to put a pay-per-view. Your 25-year-old fans who are paying for their own places don't have $50 for a pay-per-view.
well, it's not only that, but you gotta understand these kids who watch these other kids make dance videos online. They're fucking children. They might spend $50 to buy your merch because their parents are like, yeah, I'll buy you a sweater.
Yeah.
But their parents are not going to say, yeah, I'm going to buy you a pay-per-view boxing match.
Oh, a lot of parents would just be like, yeah, whatever, take my credit card.
No, they wouldn't.
Because the parents don't know what it is.
No, this is what would happen. The
They-
kids
they're
would have,
gonna-
hold on, the kids would have snuck the card, and then like our dad would have done, he would have looked up his monthly thing, and you would have gotten a call screaming on the phone.
I don't know.
I'm guessing the pay-per-view was anywhere from $30 to $50.
It was probably 50 because that's what pay-per-view is now. But the thing is, yeah, that's a horrible price. If it's $10, they might have actually sold 500,000.
I don't
They
know if
wouldn't
would
have though. The thing is if
If they
someone's
sold
spending,
500,000 at $10, what is that?
are you
5
joking?
million?
Are you joking?
I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
$5 million. So
Look,
$5
let me
million.
break it down for you. If they sold,
Don't break it down for me.
if they sold 1,000 at $100, that's $1 million, right?
Listen, I almost failed grade
Whole
6.
whole numbers you're not good with. He's only good with fractions.
I'm only good with decimals and fractions.
I can't do whole numbers. They've never made sense to me.
So if you actually did watch this fight, did you actually watch the whole fight?
No, I didn't watch any of it. I watched one fight because I saw that one of the guys that lost. I said, well, "There's no way he lost."
We'll get that's.
You could probably guess who I'm talking.
Yeah,
about.
no, I know. There was only one guy who got like seriously robbed. So onto the no paying thing. It's
No
crazy.
pain, no gain, dude.
Because it was recently exposed by again our Lord and Savior Jake Paul. He messaged. What are you? What are you
Big
doing?
water bottle. It's because the cap came.
So it was revealed that the owner of the trademark of the event and all of the event
is the smartest businessman
management and all that stuff
in history.
was the main fight. The Ace Family guy. What is his name? Austin Broomhead.
Wait, hold on. He owned the promotion?
So he owned everything. He trademarked everything. He
read
was.
you?
He basically.
Wait, is
was
he
this-
the guy that didn't pay everybody?
Can I read you his
That's the
tweet?
big.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Who was the treat? Austin Broomhead?
Austin McBroom.
Okay.
He won his
So, you know Tana Mojo, our gal?
Yeah, the Montague.
She tweeted about it, like,
Tweeted about what?
she said, not Austin McBroom owning most of the social gloves and then everyone being surprised people aren't getting
She's saying
paid.
that because everyone's saying it's like. Oh no, TanaCon. Everyone's saying it's the next Fire Festival.
What?
Oh.
Where everyone buys tickets and then they don't even get anything in return. Continue.
So Tana tweeted this, and then Austin, surprisingly, because he doesn't normally respond to
Yeah, the
things,
Broomhead.
he responded back and said, not the most desperate human being speaking on shit she doesn't know about. Don't try and bring me or the event down to make you feel better about TanaCon. Every fighter, including myself, will be getting paid, and a lawsuit is happening, and it's not with social gloves, dum-dum.
So
So this is what happened. I think an investor may have pulled out. But that still wouldn't... I don't know.
an investor can't pull out. I mean, I guess that's what a lawsuit
They
would
can
come in.
pull out, right? But this is the thing, though. Nobody's going to get paid. I don't care what he says, nobody's going to get paid.
I don't think anyone's going to get paid either. This is what's going to happen.
No,
If
but this is
anything,
the
the
problem.
company they're suing is going to declare bankruptcy, and then they're going to pay fractions
Here's the
of
problem.
nothing.
We did the math on that. So now they sold... So, okay, if it was $10 and they
Say,
sold...
let's say $40.
They sold... No,
Let's say
okay, it was $40 and they sold 100,000. They made $4 million. They guaranteed that one guy...
$6 million.
As soon as he said...
No, $8 million.
No, 5 I thought, right?
What did
He said the second I stepped foot into that...
Who's the guy that
ring,
fought Broomhead?
$5 million.
Bryce Hall?
Yeah, Bryce Hall said the second I walk into that ring, $5 million guaranteed.
Which is funny because
zero?
now he basically went into a fight, got knocked out for free.
I know. But then my favorite thing is that he, in an interview, he goes, the second I walk into that ring, $5 million guaranteed.
And that was his bragging point.
And he got zero.
Yeah, he got zero.
But then here's the thing. You just guaranteed him $5 million, or he signed the contract for $5 million. But you only made $4 million on pay-per-view.
Yeah, the money is not
So
coming.
hold on. Investors got to make their money back. So that's not going to work. You can't pay a guy $5 million when the whole event makes $4 million.
But couldn't they have made money other ways, like sponsorships and all like the...
They would have pulled out because
attraction that they
the
got
thing is
Yeah,
those
platforms?
sponsorships would have had minimum.
Contracts.
There would have been clauses in those, right?
Yeah.
Because the way those
A
things
company
work,
like Coca-Cola, if they were to put a Coke thing there, they would say, okay, we're gonna put this amount of money in there to have our ad there, but if you don't hit X, Y, and Z
this is how it
milestones,
works.
then we're taking
They-
money back.
No, this is how it works. They won't even do that. All they do for that type of thing is they send a deposit, and then they say, here's the pay scale. If we hit these numbers, you get paid this, whatever. You have to meet a minimum. They have all these clauses because what companies want is to pay the least amount for the most amount of exposure. That's how they make money. So when they didn't hit any of those things, well, keep the deposit. That's not going to cover anything.
Yeah.
And we're not going to pay you the rest because you didn't meet your side of the contract. So those things, there's two sides to the contract. So Floyd Mayweather went out and who's his watch company? AP, I think, is maybe who he...
I have no idea.
AP or whatever said $50 million for the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. I think he got $100 million or $50 million from them or something like that. They said $50 million if you get over 100 million buys or whatever it is. If they didn't get over 100 million buys, he would have gotten, and they got 50 million. There would have been an amount in there for if it got 50 million because you can't just have a blanket number like we're gonna pay you $50 million. Well, what happens if the event only gets?
Yeah, it's a variable pay scale.
Yeah, and it works by deposit. That's why athletes get screwed over so much, where they're like, "Oh, I never got paid by this company," is because but it's like, but you advertise them all because they sent their deposits. So and then a part of that.
Well, it's the same. It's kind of like the same thing with like athletes. Like for example, like Leafs players, they get X amount of money plus bonuses every year when they hit certain
they hit
markers.
certain things, right? Because they can't, because the Leafs can't say we're going to pay this guy $20 million
If they're not sure,
because what happens if the guy
Fizzles
gets
out.
hurt or doesn't do good or whatever? Well, then he's not worth $20 million. So it's the same thing with executive pay.
Yeah, you
I
get
mean, it's
bonuses.
mostly bonus because you can't guarantee the person $15 million a year, but you can guarantee them $500K a year. But if they hit all these caps, then you get the full amount. Or if you hit half of them, you get a portion of it, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with everything, right? Because you can't. But that's the problem with these fight things, is they tell this guy, oh, you get $5 million the second you walk in the ring. He thinks he's going to get $5 million the second he walks in the ring. Well, there's a contract in place.
Yeah.
If all of these things get met, you get $5 million the second you walk in that ring.
Yeah.
Like Logan Paul, he could have made $25 million or whatever in that Floyd Mayweather fight. I think he ended up making 15 or 10 because they didn't hit all the numbers that they needed to hit.
Yeah.
Well, either way, they're still indirectly gaining something like followers.
But that's the thing.
views,
It's not a free event.
like for this
Oh, the
specific
fighters?
TikTok.
Yeah, like
Oh, if I was
they
Bryce
got-
Hall, if I was a Bryce Hall follower, I'd probably unfollow.
The
him.
guy that beat up Deji or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He got a lot of.
Oh man, I'm so
exposure from that.
disappointed in Deji, man. That guy clearly didn't train at all.
You were fat when you went in there.
No,
man.
but this is the thing. He looked like he was hitting hard. He looked like he was
Well,
hitting
yeah,
good.
it
But
was
this guy,
a
after the
disaster.
second round, was
done.
so gassed.
But this is the thing that you got beat by a kid born in 2002. Seriously, he should have never accepted that fight unless he knew for sure he was going to put everything he had into it.
Well, I mean, he still got exposure. It doesn't matter.
I don't care. He got kicked. He got his ass kicked by a kid born in 02, man.
But the most, what is his name? Gibb?
He's older than you.
I don't care about it. What is the guy who got robbed? What is his name? Gibb?
Gibb.
Gibb. This guy hit 80% more of the fucking hits than his opponent,
Gibb is the
and
guy
he
Jake Paul
lost.
beat.
This guy lost somehow. Search up the stats.
Someone search up the stats for that.
It was insane. Well, I watched that fight and I was like, oh, this guy, because they hyped up his opponent so much.
Did I watch this?
Yeah, it was the second last one. It's the
Who were the
Yeah, he
two?
landed
What are the two names?
47 versus 21.
47.
He
It's
outlanded by over double.
Oh.
What is the other guy's name?
Taylor Holder.
Taylor Holder. They were hyping up Taylor Holder to be some kind of fighting legend. They said literally 3 or 4 times that they couldn't find an opponent for him because everyone kept pulling out because they were scared, because apparently he was a real fighter and he was really training. He went into the ring with Gibb and he fucking looked like an idiot.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything. He wasn't throwing. He was defending the whole time. He hit nothing. He got hit a bunch of times, and apparently some of the judges and stuff like that gave him all 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It didn't even make sense. And then, when they went up there to announce the winner and they announced the draw, and they asked Taylor, do you think you won this? He said, yeah, I think I did.
Oh, yeah, I think I won that
I
fight.
think I won that. And
Of course he's going to say that.
I'm like, are you the most
They're
stupid
so
fucking guy
delusional.
in the world? He's a TikToker, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Taylor
Gibb is
Holder,
the YouTuber. Taylor, please get off TikTok.
I think YouTubers won that, though, right? They won
Yeah,
the-
they won it. They won
fights.
like 80%.
won everything but
They won everything but one.
guy won.
Deji just the biggest loser.
Yeah.
I cannot believe Deji went out there and looked like that. And he,
This
but
is
he
why-
was actually,
but
even
this
though he
is-
was tired, he was still winning those rounds, and then he just
Yeah.
got hit.
He almost just passed out for no
Right.
reason.
No,
That's,
it
that's
was-
their point.
It actually reminded me of
Remember?
Kimbo Slice dot off
he just
5000.
kind of like
It reminded me of Kimbo Slice and dot off 5000.
But the problem with Deji is like, this is why not everyone
He's not
can
an
be a
athlete.
professional athlete, because they don't because you'll see a lot of there's people who like get drafted out of university and college or high school or whatever, and they fizzle out because they're just not built
Hold
to
on,
train
there's
them.
just nothing a part of
They're
Deji
in
that's
the
an
heart.
athlete.
Yeah, they don't have the heart.
If you train for 4 weeks, you'd beat Deji easily.
Well, you'd have to be good at defense because he does hit. He does hit
Well,
pretty
he
good.
hits, but he
So if you get caught in that
throws
first
when he
round,
hips,
yeah,
though.
but if he caught you in the first 2 rounds, you would have lost. But it's the fact that it went so long, the guy almost was passing out.
he didn't. He caught the other guy, and the kid just took it.
I don't know. But anyway, the that fight was that
I
whole
don't know what
entire
ounce
event
gloves
was
they were wearing. I
ridiculous.
think they were wearing maybe 14
It was half
gloves.
ounce, or it was it was
14 ounce?
yeah,
Half ounce gloves.
It was no.
it was,
It was the fat gloves.
Oh, 16 ounce or 14 ounce?
I think it may have been 16.
Yeah, so you would have been able
It was
to
like
eat
fluff,
those. You
and
would
I
have
think
been
they're also wearing headgear, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
had
You
to.
would have been able to eat those, no problem.
Their headgear looked like it did not look like boxing.
Yeah,
Really
the only time you can
stupid.
knock
I think it
someone
was
out.
MMA head.
The only time you can knock someone out in headgear and 16 ounce gloves is when they're as tired as Deji was. That's the only time you can knock
Who
someone
else got knocked out? Didn't Bryce Hall got knocked out?
Yeah, TK.
Yeah.
And then this guy goes, I wasn't gonna get knocked out. I was gonna get knocked out. He was like,
he got like obliterated.
he was getting rocked, and then
Like hard.
and then he pretended to be surprised they called the fight. He's like,
No.
Yeah.
He was- it was like, yeah, no, they ended the fight, and he was like, "Yo, what?" And I was like,
you were just getting beat to a pulp.
"It's like with Ben Askren," and he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "You didn't want that to continue, because if one more punch for Ben Askren, it would have been game over."
And
We
moral
all
of
saw what happened to Nate Robinson when they let that go one
the,
more time.
moral of the story, you guys are not going to get paid, and even if you do get paid, it's going to be a fraction of what you think you're
It's not
going
gonna
to
be $5 million the second you walk.
You're
out of the
probably
ring.
gonna
The
get
whole event made-
$50,000.
The whole event made $5 million guaranteed.
Like,
combined.
it's too bad for you. Maybe you should have gotten a better lawyer or something, because going into a fight saying you're going to get something that isn't even, it has to be guaranteed.
Here's the thing, though. Did you really think you were gonna get $5 million the second you walk in the ring when they guaranteed Logan Paul $200K against Floyd Mayweather?
But this is what
Guaranteed money
this
is
just
so
shows you-
different.
This just shows you, like Jake Paul said, you really don't understand. It's not about who follows you, right?
No.
Not everyone who follows you is gonna buy pay-per-view. You really need to know your audience, and when your audience is watching you because you dance funny, I mean, I don't know what you expect.
Yeah, they're not gonna watch.
You think they're gonna watch you in a boxing ring? Like they like your
Austin
dancing.
Put a poll on his story like the day after, asking like, "Did you guys pay for the pay-per-view
90%
thing?"
said no.
And it was like 80% no, 20% yes.
Yeah,
And I was
because the
like,
people
wow.
who are
Couldn't
watching
believe
this
it.
event are not going to pay for that either, because they know exactly what it is. This is the thing. Austin Broomhead. He's a family vlogger. Do you think people who watch boxing are going to watch Or do you think people who watch family vlogs are going to be interested in boxing? No. Do you think people who are fans of Bryce Hall, which is mostly women, or like yes, women, very young girls, probably
Teenagers.
9-year-old girls, do you think that 9-year-old girls are interested in watching you box? Absolutely not. I don't know.
They just
I don't know.
went to the wrong. It's everything
Everything's
about
wrong.
it is
Everything
wrong.
is wrong.
Like I said, they obviously also don't know how to fight gamers. You don't guarantee someone $5 million.
No.
Logan Paul was literally guaranteed $200,000. That
Yeah.
fight was
Well, the thing,
would
same
have
thing
been
with Jake.
16
Yeah,
times
but it's
the
the same
size.
thing. Same thing with Jake Paul. Jake Paul was like $100,000.
Yeah, I know.
That's
but
his
then-
guarantee.
But then it's the. It's
Yeah, that's not what you
after.
make money off of. That's just okay.
Yeah,
this
that's
is what
just
I get.
guaranteed
bare
money.
minimum.
That actually means nothing. You could be guaranteed $0
Yeah.
and then make 25.
It doesn't matter.
But here's the thing: the Logan Paul fight, they guaranteed him $200K, and they did 16 times the numbers that the TikTok versus YouTuber one did.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the end of the
Well,
podcast.
I have
Oh,
good news for you.
okay.
You know Landon McBroom?
Yeah, Landon Broomhead.
He was one of the YouTuber fighters.
Yeah.
He's currently starting another training camp. And Austin McBroom just posted this week saying that he's starting another training camp soon. So get ready because there's going to be more.
So
Oh my
typically, for a second
Like,
fight,
are you
when
kidding
something's as big as a failure as that,
You don't do another one.
No. When you do a second one, you expect 80% less the numbers. So now they'll be about 20%.
I don't know. This is the thing.
20,000 lives.
I don't know how they're going to market it because again, nothing is going to come from it. Companies looking to promote or to be sponsors of that are going to go look at the other event and go, "Ooh, that's not very
Well,
good."
now they're wanting to do a girls' version. So
You know what's crazy
We're
though?
not doing that.
They really thought that thing was going to do numbers. What is crazy is all those guys combined, it's not even a 16th the size of the popularity of like Logan Paul or Jake Paul
Yeah.
or whatever. Like these guys do over $1 million.
At the end of the day, I think people the message to take from this
That's
is
why
clout
the
does
goats.
not equal. Just because you have clout doesn't mean you can just do whatever you
Well,
want.
and
You
it
kind of
just
have to have a.
it also
strategy.
just shows you just because you have a fan base doesn't mean you can make money off them.
Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been a blast. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Please don't fight any more YouTubers or TikTokers.
Text me. You could sit in on the next one.
Please don't pay for any of these fights, and have a great day.